Hey guys, just before we get into my no-buy rules, I wanted to let you guys know that I have added an extra category, which is candles. And in regards to the rule for gifts, gift cards and cash, that I do actually have a gift card from Christmas that I'm carrying over. So I will go into that a little bit more in a future video when I finally get to spend it, when I choose to spend it. So and the other thing is, hopefully now we've managed to work out and fix the sound quality issue that we had, which I mentioned in the description box of my last video. So let me know if you guys can tell the difference or not. So we'll now delve into those no-buy rules. Hey guys, I'm back. It's Lisa and this is Banning, Panning and Beyond. So this is my third video now, and I am doing the rules for my no-buy for 2020. So I have some notes here just to make sure that I don't forget anything. So I guess the first thing we need to cover is the categories. So I have banned myself from buying makeup, which includes brushes, no skincare, no body care, no hair care, and no nail polishes, no perfume. So I have not included things like homewares, which is quite common. Sorry, I'll just sit back a little bit. Clothes, things like that, because I don't tend to buy a lot of that sort of stuff. I don't get massages, facials, nails, eyebrows, anything like that done, if you can't tell. And yeah, so I haven't included them in my like categories for my no-buy, but these are not the only categories that will stand for the whole 2020. So if I do feel that I start spending money in areas that aren't included, that I will then include them. So they may change, but the one thing I won't do is remove an existing category out. So those will have to stay. So one thing I didn't specify is that the no-buy is a replacements only no-buy. So I am allowed to buy a replacement, and I think everyone pretty much knows how they work. So I can buy one product once a particular type of product is gone. So if I don't have anything else that can perform the same function as that product, then I will be allowed to buy a replacement. However, one thing I did realize from watching other no-buy videos, particularly Hannah Louise Poston after she finished her first year, was how much money she still managed to spend on her replacements only no-buy. So I have actually put myself a budget which is only $20 a week, and that will roll over. So if I don't spend it, it will just continue to accumulate, which allows me a little bit of constraint, I guess. It puts on a little bit of constraint on that spending, so that I can't just go out and say, hey, you know, I run out of moisturizer 3 weeks, for example, into my no-buy, and it's $100 when I've only got $60 to spend. So that means I would have to, you know, find something for $60. So the encouragement is to then not spend it if I don't need to on something just like, you know, because I want it, because it's got great reviews. You know, try and find that cheaper option so that any unspent money will build up. So the other things that I wanted to touch on is that the decluttering. So a lot of people don't allow themselves to declutter. They force themselves to finish things up. I am not going to do that to myself. I will basically allow myself to declutter items if they are harmful to me for some reason, in some way that they are not good for my skin, for example. If I have some sort of reaction, you know, obviously I'm not going to continue to use that product, and if it so happens that that's the only product I have in that category, then that's the way it is, and I will be allowed to replace it if, you know, my budget allows. So hence why, you know, I don't want to just buy the most expensive things just because I can, if I can, because I need to have that room there, you know, just in case, because you just don't know that until you open something whether it's going to work for you or not. So any other items that I declutter, you know, I have got so many lipsticks, so if I happen to, you know, not like a particular lipstick, I'm not going to run out of lipsticks. So I'm, you know, I'm going to declutter if there's something I really don't like, if it's too dry, and you know, things like that. If it just doesn't last well on the lips, I'll declutter it. So the other thing that I wanted to touch on was the gifts and gift cards. So the gifts are allowed on my no buy, so it'd be things like, sorry, I'm moving forward again, your birthdays, Mother's Day, Christmas, just because, you know, my kids love me. So, you know, they're allowed. Some people will prefer to give gift cards instead of gifts. So if I get a gift card, I'm allowed to treat it as if it was a gift. So I'm going to be allowed to use it on gift items. That doesn't have to be a replacement item. So that just gives me that little bit of freedom. So, you know, if there is that palette that I'm really, really lusting for, and I happen to get a couple of gift cards for Mecca, or, you know, cash, and I want to go to Sephora, order online would be safer, or maybe not, and, you know, then I can spend that on a product of my choosing. So it doesn't have to be makeup, so you can just tell that that's where I default to. The other thing is too, sometimes with gift cards, that you might slightly go over, or even with cash, you know, I might want a $100 palette, for example, and, you know, I have to make that call. If I've only got $50 to spend, I'm not going to go $50 over. I just won't get that palette. But if I wanted something that was $110 and I had $100 to spend, I will still get it, but it means that $10 has to come out of my budget. And the other thing would be, if I wanted to spend, I had $100 to spend, and, you know, I had $150 worth of products, for example, and one of them was $40. Well, I'd have to put that $40 product back and bring it, the total of the purchase, as close to what I've got to spend. So I think that pretty much covers the no-buy rules. If you guys are not sure, and you want to ask me anything, or you got anything to add, then yeah, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you guys think of my rules. And if you want to share your own no-buy rules, like, I'd be really interested to know as well. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.